Hello friends, let us talk about enzyme catalysis in a very basic level. Okay, so let us first begin with this part. So first of all, take me my tool. Yeah, okay. Now here, substrate is coming in. It goes through the transition state and then finally it will produce product. Now this is the lineage of an enzymatic reaction. So enzyme is there. If there is no substrate, then these things are not going to happen. Now if enzyme just binds substrate, then there will be no further reaction. Okay, so enzyme need to change it. Enzyme need to attach to it in an interactive manner to get the products. Okay, so let's say here this is the enzyme and this is the substrate. Now the substrate and enzyme will interact with each other for the perfect fit. Okay, so enzymes not only recognize the substrate but also induces the formation of the transition state. Now this is the basic concept that I'm going to teach using this fantastic presentation, which is totally credited by is adapted from Nelson and Cox 2000 and the principles of biochemistry 3rd edition. Okay, so it's not again my presentation, I am just sharing it with you. So definitely Nelson and Cox did the job. Okay, now let us move on to the next slide. Okay, sorry. So the nature of enzyme catalysis. So suppose this is the enzyme surface and it is having the catalytic surface. So in each an enzyme provides the catalytic surface for the reaction. Okay, so in this case this region is the catalytic surface. Now say this is the substrate. So we have two substrate reaction. So A and B are the substrate. Now this substrate stabilizes transition state and transform transition state to the product. This is the basic. So it is providing a catalytic surface. This surface stabilizes the transition state, emphasis on that, and then this transformed transition state finally will produce product. Okay, let's move on. There is a technical fault, so please move on. Okay, now enzyme stabilizes the transition state. So this is the particular thing we are focusing on. So let me go back. Fine, take a color first, get it. Fine, now here say begin with this part. So this is the enzyme. So let us consider the graph, and in this graph we are having reaction direction at the x-axis and we are having energy change at the y-axis. Okay, now what is happening in without the presence of any enzyme for any kind of reaction. Now here say this is the starting point, this is the substrate region, and this is the ending point or the product region. Okay, so the energy required for the reaction to happen is much more higher. It's a pretty higher, as we can see in this case. Now each and every reaction that we are looking at must go through this transition state between the substrates. Okay, now the substrate will go to the transition state, which is denoting here. So the energy level at the transition state is T. Okay, now if we add enzyme and then look for the reaction, it will have something a graph like this. Okay, now in this case we can see the energy required for this reaction is decreased in much more amount. Okay, so it is now this much. Previously it was so high, right? So what makes the difference? What is the basic difference between them? Now the basic answer is that enzyme not only provide the active site for the reaction, but it also helping in the stabilization of the transition state of this enzyme substrate reactions. Okay, now as it is stabilizing this part, the energy becomes decreased. The energy became decreased. Okay, so let's move on here. Sorry. Yeah, now the active site is a deep buried pocket. Now why energy required to reach transition state is lower in the active site? Because active site is having some very interesting features. Okay, so it is actually a magical pocket. Now what are the interesting features that we are going to see about this active site? Let us first consider. First thing, it stabilizes the transition. Okay, so it's not only substrate is coming and just hitting it, it stabilizes the transition point. That's the very important part. Second thing is that it expels any kind of water which is present in this case. So expelling of water will help them to come in very close proximity. Now this close proximity is very important for a proper reaction formation. Third thing is that there are many reactive groups like positive and negative ions or positive and negative amino acid sequences that are present in enzymes, which is helping to hold this substrate in very much close proximity for longer period of time. So in close proximity through higher time is the perfect situation for a dramatic enzyme catalysis. And the fourth thing is the presence of different coenzymes or cofactors. Now these cofactors can be they can be protein part, non-protein part, they can be metal parts. Most of the time they are bivalent metal ions like magnesium, calcium and so on. Then they will help them together for establishing the reaction pretty much faster. Okay, so this is the importance. Now the enzyme active site is deeper than the binding. Okay, so Ag binding site or Ab binds to the Ag complementally for the further reaction, as you can see in this case. So actually the enzyme active center is buried much more deeper than in normal cases. So it's not like discussed in this picture, it is just like discussed in this latter picture. Okay, so instead the active site of the on the enzyme also recognizes the substrate, but actually complementally it fits to the transition state, not the substrate itself. That's a very important concept. So it actually in previous cases what we what are thought that this substrate directly binds with the enzyme and it is a perfect fit, but nowadays it is thought that the substrate does not having a perfect fit to the enzyme active site, or rather the enzyme active site is much more buried inside. So in this case they must have the ability to bind with the transition state of the substrate, not the pure substrate. Okay, okay. Now the active site avoids the influence of water, so that's why they need to expel all the water that are present, because if water is present there it will jam the active site and substrate cannot bind with this active site region. Okay, so that's why waters are removed, or waters are need to be removed. Now preventing the influence of water sustains the formation of stable ionic bonds. Now these ionic bonds will hold the substrate or the transition state condition of substrate with the enzyme active center. Okay, so that's it. That's why it can act really charmfully, and that's it, and I hope it will help you. Thank you.